Call this meeting to order, the Parks Board, Toledo Parks Board, November 12th, 2024. We now have, it is 6:12 and we'll stand and recite the pledge, please. Mike, why don't you lead us?
How does it start?
I usually have somebody else do that.
American.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. All right, so we do have a quorum. Thank you very much, Ruth, for down here. So the first order of business is the approval of our consent agendas. First,
Can you either excuse or not excuse Stephanie?
oh, okay, yes.
I move that we excuse Stephanie for being ill.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Since there's nobody else, okay. That motion is approved and carried. Okay. And so for the consent agendas, we want to approve the workshop meeting minutes from October 8th, 2024, and also the meeting minutes from October 8th, 2024.
Move to approve.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
And no opposed? Carried. Once again. So we're gonna move on, and before we move on to board reports, we're going to have, a discussion about the Steamboat Alley, so come on, we're gonna move you ahead so you don't have to wait for the rest of the meeting.
I'll paraphrase what was spoken earlier. My name is Jeff Philbrook. I reside at 138 Howell Lane, Washington. I'm here as a courtesy to the park board to tell them what we are doing to the building that my wife Cindy and I purchased at 205 College Way. So I'm here because the ownership of the building is just the footprint of the building, and that's at 205 College Way. We have Steamboat Alley, which is the property is owned by the city of Toledo. It was given to the park board, and we now have a pocket park under the care of Vision Toledo. And then we have Mr. Novak's building, which is also under the same parameters. The footprint of his building is his property. So we go back into Steamboat Alley. And the reason I'm here today is a courtesy standpoint to the park of what we're going to be doing on that wall. There is an egress situation where we're going to need to do some work on that wall. And since we're right there in the pocket park here with the park board and Vision Toledo and the city of Toledo, I want to inform you that on that wall, we are going to be doing a few things. Today, which was a real surprise, they started pressure washing, okay? And that's going to continue tomorrow. 30 years of just black algae is going to be removed, hopefully. Saturday, that's this Saturday, we're going to go from a 4-inch gutter system to a 6-inch. And the reason for that is we have a water issue that we have to fix. We must fix on that building. There's some soft floors in there as a result. You can actually see it pull. From an egress standpoint, I'm telling you, this is what we're doing because we're going to need to safely get in there and not cause any harm or any damage to the fixtures that are in the alley. In the future, there's going to be some mortar repair. We're going to have to do some mortar repair around the 2 windows. There's a vent as well as a door. And that work on the mortar repair to the window and the door in the vent area is going to happen at a future time. And so what I'm here for today is to inform you that we're gonna be in that area working. And I asked to remove all liability from the purchase of Billy's LLC, which is the building, that we are removing ourselves from liability to ask and request that the remaining fixtures that are in that alley be removed. And the reason for that is we don't want any damage to the crates. Now, they have been there, they're in disrepair. I think if we were to pick them up, they just may even fall apart. The planter boxes have not been cared for, and so once they pick those up, they may fall. I don't want that on me from a courtesy standpoint. Yeah, I don't believe, this board may have the answer. Is it the city of Toledo that is responsible? Is it the park board that's responsible, or is it Vision Toledo? All I'm asking for and requesting for is this Saturday, we're gonna have some stuff going up there to fix our gutter. Okay, and it would be wonderful if the alley is clear, so no damage occurs to those fixtures. And then in the future time, we wanna see that park back because it's fine.
Yeah.
It really is. Every attempt will be made, this work, without, touching the metal work. Then the barrels and the smokestack and the signage. We don't wanna disturb that, that can remain. We're gonna work around, it. But, by Saturday, crew's coming in, we're hanging a 6-inch gutter system, and so they're gonna have infrastructure of tongue with us, okay? And we will do everything on our part to not hurt the ground underneath, but we do need that stuff removed before Saturday.
Okay.
Any questions?
Anybody?
No, we'll get that information to the city.
Yeah.
The Public Works, so that they can get those crates out of there and.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
so you can do your
We
thing.
will ask the Public Works, we will send an email, ask Public Works to clean out that stuff. Can you tell us when you said that there would be more repairs in the future? Do you have any idea?
I don't.
Just, I'm trying to figure out a timeline, how, if we need to store stuff somewhere for a while,
Yes.
what do we need to do?
And I don't have that date. I haven't, my construction scope of critical path isn't that far yet. I don't have that answer. I
Okay.
apologize in advance for that. But it will be occurring in a couple months
Okay,
is what I'm around about.
okay, very good.
Well, we saw today, we saw your work crew there power washing the walls.
Correct.
And so Bill Caldwell and myself took the panel that was off the wall, on the wall, the interpretive panel. I actually took that down yesterday because I didn't want anybody to see me doing it. And they might say, "Hey, what are you doing there?" But and it's in my garage, so it's out of the way, it's safe. We took the art exchange structure and the mini library, the free library, we moved them over to the landing of the landing. That's what we call that back patio.
Okay.
So they're out of the way, because if you're whiting the wall, you're not gonna do
Right.
that, so we got those out of there. But all the crates are still there, and they're just, like you say, they're just falling apart, so we've asked the city, we will ask the city to get them out of there. Take them to the dump or whatever they're gonna do with them, because they're no good anymore.
Yeah.
So the salvageable stuff that's in there, how long does it need to be, do they need to be out of that alley area? This is a 1-day thing? Like the little lending library and.
And that's at the landing of the landing, as Mr. Morgan has.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just looking, are you
But the other
talking about a
stuff-
1-day thing, or do you want them removed for a long term?
I do know that the gutter people are coming on this Saturday. And my future work includes mortar work.
Yeah.
And I don't have that, but we're probably looking at a month or two
Yeah, so when that's all done, then those things can be put back,
We would,
cause they sit on the city property, they don't
Right.
even touch your. Correct.
and we would want that, and it's a neat park. We do signage and the history of our community is important to us.
Yeah, the only thing that
We
actually,
have a well-established care for this community.
the only thing that actually touches your building is that interpretive sign and it's molded
And we,
into there, yeah.
and that's a pretty cool sign, so.
Does that need to be removed for Saturday?
He already took
I
it.
already took it out,
Oh,
yeah.
As well as the art.
So it's really just it's basically just the planters.
And the tables, there's a table on the far side,
Do you think that needs to go out?
I do.
Okay, I will move that over and put it in my bag.
we wanna clear out.
We should probably clear all of it, just to be sure.
That would be much appreciated.
And then once you're done, washing and the gutter, then we can probably bring the table and chairs back, cause they're just in the, out, yeah, unless you need scaffolding or something, but that's not gonna be for a while.
Correct, that's
Yeah.
future work.
Yeah.
So you'll let us know that.
And the table that they have there, and the tables and the chairs.
Yeah.
Let's get through that water abatement problem that I have with the gutters. And then let's get the table, that's not an issue, because that is just be moved out of the way. Okay, let's do the repair and then bring them right.
Yeah.
It's the crate. If I go in there and I.
No, forget it.
They've been there for a long
I'm
time.
very good insurance.
Yeah. I think as a board, when the time, we could have a discussion about what we wanna do. Maybe in our next meeting, we could have a discussion what we wanna do in the alley when,
Yeah,
when he's all done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We may put in new crates or we may do something to.
Yeah. Okay, let's put that on the agenda for next month.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for the opportunity. We're gonna spruce it up a little bit.
Thank you.
And we want that part back in there when we're done, but
Okay.
we need to do a few things to get her done.
Very good.
All right, thank you.
We're
very
happy
much
to work
for
with
your
you.
time and your service to this community.
Thank you very much, Jeff. You also.
And putting it on the consent. The mayor, Rachel, and.
Thank you.
Yeah. I actually talked to Sherry just
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
about the thing.
so we're all.
but more importantly, I specifically said that they are absolving themselves of all liability,
Thank you.
so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And the thing that I didn't tell Sherry was that I didn't know how soon we needed that, but he wants it this weekend, so. Yeah, so that's, yeah, that's.
That's nice that it's moving forward.
Very good. Okay, moving on to number 5, any board reports? Do we have any board reports? Right,
Concerning the park board, no, I have
okay.
personal things to say, but,
You got all kinds of things to talk about.
well, yeah, it has to do with business and, you know. it's-
Ruth, do you got anything?
Were we? I did. I have all this stuff. Sorry, paper. Were we going to be talking about the draft or anything today, or are we gonna wait?
Yeah, we
Did I-
had a workshop earlier. And so we will talk, that is on the agenda
Okay,
toward the end, then just a real quick review.
all right.
So, and we have no public hearing. Moving on. New business, winter park operation discussion.
So,
Let's talk about that.
so the park, actually, I think this request came from Tim as to whether or not the park is open for winter camping.
We left it open last year to see how it went. So how did it go? Did we still have people all winter long? Was it worth it for us?
A lot of it that we had were those that were coming either traveling through, like we just recently had, a couple that were hitting theirs on. And then a lot of them were like from Thousand Trails where they have to be gone for a week or whatever it is from the Thousand Trails camp.
Mhm,
They would come down and stay in our camp.
mhm.
Other than that. not everything.
How many people would that have been? I mean.
Last year, I think maybe during the whole winter time, 10.
10?
10
thought it was
15.
few.
No, in last year, not this year.
Right.
This year, we're looking at, this year so far, it's been 2, but we just ended the big season, so.
Right.
So if we close the park for the winter, then, those guys, I don't know.
Well, they don't know where to go, and then I just found out we just have not permanent residents, but they come down because a family lives in Winlock and they live up north, so they brought the brand new little trailer and they come down and stay down here to go see their family and stuff, so. I really haven't had anybody since in the last week.
Yeah.
Anybody staying, which has been good for me because it allows me to go through and get leaves after leaves after leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, what are you thinking? On the dollar side of stuff.
Well, my opinion doesn't count.
No, but it's
It's
information.
If it's that small of a number, leave it open.
Yeah. I don't,
It doesn't
I
hurt
don't
us.
see anything, I don't see any reason to close it
Yeah.
necessarily. If nobody came through, that would be one reason, right? But
Or
you
if
do
there's
have,
damage, or if there's damage.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but if it's just a few and it's, we're actually helping local families, I see no reason
No, I don't have.
to close. And you guys are there anyway, and it
Yeah, we
it
don't,
does give you a little break, it gives you time to do other things.
yeah,
Even and still make a little bit of money.
I will let the board know though, that inclement weather, including high winds or anything like that, that could cause a possible hazard in the park.
Mhm.
I will close those gates,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I will notify
Let us,
everybody that that's
Mhm.
being done.
Yeah.
But that's only for public safety.
yeah. Yeah.
So Tim, I assume you were aware of the Christmas tree lighting thing and all that?
Well, you know what, I've been hearing mixed rumors, so I don't know, are we gonna do the Christmas tree lighting in the park?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
December 7th.
Cool, December 7th, very good, I'll have things
Yeah.
ready to go for December 7th.
Is the drive all around, good and stable for when, in rain?
Yeah, the gravel part's good, I
Yeah.
mean, we had some soft spots.
Yeah.
But we had soft spots last year too, and until we can get gravel in there to kind of firm those up, which I can assume would be in the summer or spring or summer, I'm not quite so sure, what do we do now, I have no idea. But other than that, as long as we're not a long way on the grass, we're not gonna leave no ruts or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming we're gonna hold this on the concrete stage,
That's where I think
Yeah.
Sherry is planning on
Mhm.
erecting the.
okay,
Mhm.
and then the school kids, they were talking the last time we sat down, they was talking about having, maybe asking the senior class if they're willing to do the hot cocoa or something in the kitchen.
Something's happening in the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know who's putting it on.
I will make sure things are ready
Yeah.
for everybody to go.
Good.
If we could add that, I'll add it to the calendar to have it taken care
Can I say something? In the beginning, when you drive into the park, just be very careful because there is a dip hole there.
of.
Yeah,
I got-
And that's where, when you start getting a lot of traffic,
Right, sure.
it just kind of,
Would it be a
Is
good
that what-
idea to dump a load of
Probably
gravel?
full, yeah.
I think it would just.
Yeah.
Safety anyways, because
Sure.
we do have a lot of people that walk the park. I know that they'll walk around it, but there's always that chance.
Yeah.
Definitely if it needs to be filled in, we'll work order and get that done.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that.
Do you do that? You go get the gravel or what?
No,
No,
Public Works does it.
he does a work order
Good.
so that they can get that
Yeah,
done,
no,
yeah,
Public Works takes care of that.
okay, excellent,
Yeah, we'll have everything
Yeah.
squared away.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
December 7th.
thank
Oh, you're
you.
welcome, you're welcome. Do we have a time yet? Did she put a time in?
For the tree lighting.
Yes, ma'am.
The-
Dark?
Well, the parade starts at 5.
Okay.
And they are zigzagging through most of the streets, so it
Okay.
could be 5:45. I bet it's gonna be closer to 6
6.
So December 7th, Saturday?
Saturday.
All right, I'll have it ready and ready
Okay.
to go.
The day of living income.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion about the park operations? We're good to go for the winter?
Good.
All right, hell yeah.
Okay, unfinished business, we're moving on to the,
Wait.
oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah, there is actually, first of all, are we gonna meet next month?
yeah,
We are, okay, so we can hold off the giant cheese ball drop, which is dealing with the park, but a different park, it's the boat launch park.
okay,
So it's still park, but it's not,
we can add it to other business real quick. we still do
So,
that? Yeah,
yeah.
we can do that with other business real quick, but not yet. We're gonna go
Yeah,
with our
we can-
unfinished.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So we're gonna move on to the woodshed quote recommendation to council. Any changes on that? That the quotes seem the same? Same, I think we just need to have a vote on, to recommend that council approve that purchase. Right?
You need to say how much.
Yeah, how much is it?
I don't know, because I apologize, I don't have that with me. Shoot,
Cindy's got it somewhere.
$400.51.
okay,
Well, I'm sorry, $451.69 is the total.
69.
And that's basically a roof on.
I don't know.
Oh,
It was,
less than 5.
Yeah, it is.
it was a list of supplies
Yeah.
to do those repairs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're very reasonable.
So this is
We
for
discussed it.
repairs. This is for repairs,
For
not,
the woodshed.
okay, got it.
Yeah, it was one you guys gave to us before.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, so I need a motion to recommend to the council to accept and move forward repairing the woodshed in the amount of $451.69.
I moved that. So move.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Nobody. Motion made and carried. Okay. Okay, more park, good stuff. Campsites discussion. Again, this is to move forward with doing the tent campsites, correct? Any more, what discussion? You want to give us a little bit of background? Somebody want to give us?
So we decided not to put all 6 around the original curve. We're gonna put 2 on the end if it's possible when we get out there. And each site will have, a picnic table and a fire pit.
Right.
That's our goal. So there'll be 6 new sites all told.
Okay,
And we're going to reuse the kind of one that's never used, the RV right at the very entrance. It's got just a little gravel
Yeah,
turn.
that's site one.
Site one that nobody uses, so that will be turned into a campsite. Because I don't think there's.
Tent
gonna be a
site.
Tent site, yeah,
it's,
since there's no electricity even there.
No, there's no electricity. They do have running water, so if they wanna get
Yeah.
water to boil or whatever they wanna do with it.
Yeah, that's
we
what
have
the water will go to all, that's where they'll go for all of those sites. The other 4 that will be around the trees area. We have a gentleman that's going to do, just scrape off the surface. We're gonna lay, what do you call that? Road
Matting.
matting,
Mhm.
plastic or whatever it is, and then gravel put on there. But we have to have clear enough days and we haven't. You know, so we're gonna have to be flexible, and when it's a day that it's okay to go.
yeah, but time is an element also, right?
Yes, I would like to have it done before the 31st of the year, the end of the year, we're supposed to have that
Okay.
done.
And you
So
know,
as soon as you can talk them into doing it.
and funding's been secured for this?
Yes.
It's-
Well, that's a volunteer for the site, but yes,
The gravel one?
all right, we currently have $7,200
Okay.
remaining.
It's the LTAC money. isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's not, no.
and so the money you have remaining, that's enough to to prepare the sites and to get the rings, the campfire rings. How about tables
Tables too.
and tables? So we have enough to do all
Yes.
that? You have all?
The company, and it's just slightly damaged. And I just requested that they sent us the repair material for it,
Uh-huh.
so that it would match, and they said, no, we don't do that. We will actually just send you a new top and new,
Oh,
and it
okay.
came, and
Okay.
So we get
provincially,
2 for the price of 1.
yes,
Yeah.
did not
Okay.
come with legs. However, we have a U set
Yeah,
that is left over, and so we're gonna take the new thing and put on the old legs.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and there's 2 existing picnic tables at the, water tower that had not been used
I
in a
saw
long
this.
time. And so we're gonna use that, and we will then only need three,
Nice.
only need
Okay.
to purchase 3 tables.
Okay.
So we may need to do a little, we may need to put some new boards on that one, but it didn't look like it was gonna need a whole lot.
Right.
So,
So when you put when they're putting the gravel on, I do have a question, when they're putting the gravel on. These campsites, is it for where the tents are?
no,
I'm
Parking.
parking, oh, for the
Parking.
parking, okay,
just like you have for the other.
okay. I just wanna make sure that that's
It's
what I'm,
actually solid enough and everything, they could probably just drive right on it, but in the summertime, then you have the heat, you know, and if they've been
Yeah.
driving a long way. It's
Yeah.
dangerous,
Yeah,
so,
on the grass.
yeah.
Okay.
So this will be the green belt behind it. Old campsite number 1.
Yes, yeah, all those treed area around.
Right.
So hopefully not too long, not too big of an area. And John did give us permission to put the leftover soil that's scraped off into the lagoon area,
Yeah, good,
so.
okay, okay. So since you already have funding and all, I don't think you need anything else from us, do you?
No,
You're already
we just
through.
need
So
to get
just,
them out there to scrape. and-
so yeah, I would just do whatever you need to do to get them on call, I guess, so
Yes.
that they're ready when.
Yes. Getting rain, so we don't call it and, yeah,
Now, that ground cover, that grate, or whatever you call it,
yeah, road.
do you have that, or?
No, I
what
don't,
is
I
that?
have to find out where to get it.
Okay, so if they were to scrape it tomorrow, let's say.
Yeah.
You would then go ahead and get the
Yeah.
grate and maybe in the next week or. two.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna call the rock company too and find out if they sell it. You think?
They probably do.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Or John and those guys put the roads in with the matting that was down there.
Right,
Sure about that thick, real thick.
yeah.
Woven matting. John might know where. Hard for the RVs.
if they could do the road.
Well, I don't know. You can ask. I don't know if they have all the equipment, I have enough room. And I don't know what their schedule looks like either.
Yeah, there's only 2
Yeah.
of them. which
Yeah,
is why
that's
we
only-
were-
Yeah.
so I really don't.
And the gentleman that volunteered to do it actually cleared that originally.
Oh, nice.
My quick question for you is, because where that water line is,
Mhm.
do we need to worry about underground piping or anything?
The only time you're gonna need to worry about it, I think, cause if I remember correctly, the spigot and then the shut off valve is like right there, and then it runs the opposite direction than where you wanna go. So if we're gonna go into the trees a little bit more, I don't think so, but then again, John would be the guy that knows, cause he knows where the water is.
Okay. Alrighty,
Cause we had to find it this last summer,
yeah.
when we broke height.
I think I remember from Mike Fisher that he was saying that's why he suggested where
Yeah.
we put it.
Yeah, because it was-
Originally, because there was nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing out there.
Yeah. Do we need to repair that water spigot?
Nope, it's all done.
Fabulous,
It was all done this last summer, it was all up and running.
yeah.
No one used it, and
Yeah.
it works.
Okay.
It's just nice to know that it's.
Good thing it's working.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anything else? Any other discussion on the campsite?
I
Yeah,
the water pipes and stuff, cause they stand up. And they need to be,
Pipes.
so I don't know if that would come from. I don't know where that comes from, the money, because you have to get the foam and stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I think you'd need to do the thing, reach out to Public Works to get them to come out and look at it and
Okay.
do whatever they need to do, give us. If
okay,
it's a lot, then we would need to
well,
look
it
at
has
that.
to be done because it'll be.
water to each of these campsites.
They're
right?
wet, but the problem is they're a wet system.
No, I understand the winterizing
Yeah,
problem that the whole park has,
Mhm.
right.
but I just wanted to clarify that you're not
Hmm.
proposing running
Hmm.
water to each of these 10 sites.
Oh, no,
no,
no, sorry, the RV sites, the RV sites,
Yeah.
that's where,
That what we proposed is, this 6 would be dry sites.
Right,
Yeah,
with access to number ones.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And the other 2 will have access to the other water that's around too.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And eventually, we may, be able to move one down there, but that's not far
It's
enough.
not, yeah, it's easy enough. We good with that then? Okay, very good. Let's see then, the comp plan, we did have a workshop and we went through the comp plan. We have some information that Cindy got for us. I sent, just to catch you up, that we did, I sent everybody a new link for a new shared folder that's just for the city. It gets it off of my personal Google Drive. So look in your email for that. And then whatever other information you have, go ahead and post it. And we went through and discussed, Mike got a bunch of stuff together with some of the current inventory. And Joe gave us information about a lot of the funding sources. So I'm going to, my thing now is I'm gonna take and do the next draft. So look in those, so put whatever information you have and then keep an eye out and look in those, in your email for when I update those. Okay, and I'll try to get the first revision done this week. Okay, so everybody can take a look and then give me back input. Okay. Any other questions about the comp plan? I know, because we were all okay, but do you have any other questions or inputs?
no, it's probably going to be more for Cindy anyways, because of the Firefly, I was trying to, I'll ask you later, it's just a question, that's all
Oh,
it
there,
is.
that's fine. Ask all kinds of questions.
I know, it was just that I understand like the subtotal, then the taxes, but then the payments received.
I don't know.
Okay.
Trying to go with
I
that.
don't know. I mean, I could have dropped that column, but I was lazy and just produced the report.
Produce a report, there we go.
Produced the report that they-
Okay,
I usually just go with the subtotal for the numbers. And then one thing that came out of the workshop is that I'm gonna go back and do a tally of how many reservations per spot also happened over those 2 years.
okay,
Just a
So
raw
we have
number.
numbers.
okay, yeah, because when I was like minusing it and all that stuff, it wasn't coming out, and I'm going,
And it doesn't always, because the service fees
okay,
are added in differently, and I just use the subtotal.
okay, got it,
That's fine.
that makes sense,
That
that
makes
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying, and I thought, oh, I think this is probably the service fees or something in here, okay.
That's fine. Okay, on to other business. We have the Steamboat Alley discussion. And then also we want to talk about the related party transaction forms. That
So I couldn't find them, so if you could defer that till next meeting.
Okay, we will defer that related party transaction to the next meeting. Okay, let's see, is there any other business? Cheese ball.
Yeah.
That's right, let's add it,
Just
give
that
us an
it's-
update.
Just that it's gonna happen again, this will be
Excellent,
about the 6th year, I think, maybe,
Oh, cool.
maybe 7th. And it's yeah, it's gathering people, it's just a community fun thing in the middle of, in the dead of winter.
it is fun,
And,
it is fun.
So we're just all in the parking lot.
Yes, it'll be at the
Okay.
boat launch
Yeah.
there.
At Steamboat, not in the park,
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
the park.
Or not
the
Steamboat.
porch,
Yeah.
The launch.
the launch.
At the boat launch, yeah. Yeah.
The launch.
Lots of asphalt there, so when the fireworks hit the ground, they won't burn.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And the Lions Club has already said I can have $150 wholesale amount of
All right,
fireworks, so
Oh,
they should put on a
fireworks.
pretty good show.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
very good.
And we've got other guys that are volunteering to project. I do have to talk to the Lovels who own the building there. They put up a sign that says lumber. And that's where we project our
Oh,
image. And so we'll have to figure out on that, put a sheet over it or something, and take the sign down, I don't, whatever would work for them, but
Okay.
other than that, yeah. Should be a fun time.
Excellent.
I hope we get police coverage, we always have, but that's.
You can make that request to Rachel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
okay. I'll add it to my note.
okay, yeah, that you have on her
Yeah,
desk,
yeah.
okay.
She works really well in email.
Yeah.
If you've written hand notes,
Yeah, okay, I'll say it's just send.
please.
Yeah, very good,
She does speak email.
yeah. Okay, any other, we don't have any other public, well, we do have a couple public, do you guys have any other input?
I just want to let you guys know that we did take, I did pick up the dog station that we ordered. So we have another dog disposal station that we placed by another end of the park.
We're gonna dispose dogs?
Dispose dog waste.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
It's basic,
Is it working?
Uh,
People use it or?
oh, we haven't put it in the ground yet.
Oh,
It's still
okay.
in its box, so we just got it.
Okay.
So we're gonna, I want to be able to, as people walk their dogs, I can go up and ask them, hey, if you had an opportunity to put a disposal center in here for dogs.
Mhm.
Waste, where would you guys put it? And so there, a couple of them just say, let's put it in the opposite end.
Okay,
And I said, well, let's see, what do I got at the opposite end? I got a chain link fence and a bench. That's what I have at the opposite end. Or, you know, I'm trying to keep it out of the way of our horseshoe throwers, kids in the playgrounds, I'm trying to keep everything.
You
kind of
don't
away.
put it right next to the Veterans Wall of Honor and it would be.
No, we're good. They got one there already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just- Yeah, they have one
Yeah.
there already, so now it's just either gonna go, we were talking about putting it in the RV sites in one of the RV areas.
Yeah.
To where they would just be easier for the RVers to walk their dogs, pick it up, go down the sand and walk all the way over or leave it.
Yeah.
On the ground, so that has yet to be determined.
okay,
Ground's a little squishy, so
yeah.
not gonna do a lot. with it.
Do this, just a question, do people, when they walk their dogs, do they generally walk the road? Do they walk out in the big field with their
No,
dogs?
Very rarely, I see the bigger dogs out in the field.
Okay,
Most, believe it or not, most of the dogs are in the green area.
okay,
Underneath the trees, in that first little, green, space, that's right there.
okay.
And then
That's what I
everybody
was
else
afraid
just walks around the backside of the park or walks right around the circle, right around the track.
Okay.
So, they just all over the place.
They're all.
It's just- It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine. You'll figure out the best
That's all
place.
good.
We just need to train some of the humans to pick up after.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
yeah, yeah. Okay, good.
So the only other thing that I have is that, haven't spent the LTAC money yet. We have gotten the reimbursement back for the, ADA picnic table and the brochure holders and the message board.
Mhm.
So we've been reimbursed for that out of the LTAC. I am working with the company that we are going to be buying the equipment from. And they are going to work it into that $20,000. They're gonna pick pieces that we had ordered and figure out, working with the installer, how do we fit this in since we don't have the overall amount? One of our grantors decided not to do the June for the fall, and now we're saying December. So I will lose the money if I don't spend it.
Yeah,
So that's what we're
That's
going to
good.
do. We're gonna spend just that set amount instead of the overall, which would make it very much easier, but we're working with what we got, so.
Okay.
We need to
Good.
have it spent by the 31st. We need to have that reimbursement forms in.
by then.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
the mayor and the Rachel are both aware of the situation, so.
Okay.
I don't wanna give any money back.
no, no, we don't wanna do that, spend it. All right. Anything else? Any other input? No, then
Move we adjourn.
I need to, I could have a second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. At 6:50.